Well, hi again, it's Tim, your living sky guy from the Paris of the Prairies, beautiful Saskatoon. And we've got something exciting coming up in the month of July. There's something really exciting happening, yet kind of underwhelming. What do I mean? Well, on July the 4th, the evening July the 4th, while the United States is going to be celebrating Independence Day, we're going to be celebrating a full moon. And you're thinking, full moon? What's so exciting about that? Those happen every 28 days. And yes, they do. But every once in a while, something else comes attached to that full moon. And that's the exciting part, but also the little bit underwhelming part. Occasionally, what happens is you will have an eclipse of the moon that happens on a full moon. And what causes an eclipse of a moon? Basically, you have the sun here, you have the moon here, and you have the earth here. And when all three of them are perfectly aligned, what happens? The moon goes into the shadow of the earth, turns from being bright white to blood red. And for an hour or so, you get this gorgeous blood red, fully eclipsed moon that's hanging out over the evening sky. That's very exciting. That's not happening July the 4th. Now, eclipses do come in different intensities. So let's talk about the other type of eclipse, a partial lunar eclipse. And in that case, imagine you got the sun here, you got the moon here, you got the earth here, but off ever so slightly. When that happens, only part of the earth's shadow is falling onto the moon. That's a partial eclipse. You end up with this sort of like half moon little bite taken out of the moon, a shadowy crescent moon. That's kind of exciting too. And that ain't happening on July the 4th either. So what's the third type of eclipse? Well, that's what we're having on July the 4th. It's called a penumbral eclipse. Now imagine a penumbral eclipse, here's the sun here, here's the moon here, and here's the earth, but down here. So what's happening there? There's a shadowing area that the moon is going into, but it's not actually going into the full Earth's shadow. So consequently, what you see is a darkening of the edge of the moon. You don't see a bite taken out of the moon, you just see one side of the moon's really bright and one side of the moon's not quite as bright. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a penumbral eclipse, but an eclipse nonetheless, and definitely something to get excited over. So if you are somewhere in the evening of July the 4th or 5th where there are clear skies, yes, you'll have a chance to see it, but only in certain areas of the Earth. And those certain areas of the Earth are as follows: southwestern tip of Europe, most of Africa, the Atlantic Ocean, most of North America, all of South America, about half the Pacific Ocean, and most of Antarctica. If you're in any of those areas, you're going to be able to see it. But when do you go see it? My recommendation is go to timeanddate.com. That's timeanddate.com. I'll put the link down below. And they have the time and date information for just about anything you could imagine anywhere in the Earth, including a penumbral eclipse on July the 4th and 5th of 2020. So get outside, help our American cousins celebrating Independence Day, not by setting off fireworks, but watching the moon get ever so slightly dimmer on one side. And what could be more Canadian than that? If you want to continue on this voyage of discovery with me, please click on the subscribe button. And you can also follow my personal exploits on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Just search for Living Sky Guy. Clear skies, everyone.